Welcome back and or to the channel. I using the GoPro again, so give this a shot. I get some lights on in here, see if this helps any. Welcome. Must be on a delay. So anyhow, yeah, this is Sunday. Got down here, I made a delivery in Ohio, so I kicked that off. I checked with my next customer, see if he wanted me to pop in tonight. They couldn't make it to where I would be unloading, so we're gonna shoot for that at 8 in the morning and make my way on to Roanoke. We are, want to say, extremely busy. We're running every piece of equipment that's got tires on it right now, meeting the year-end quota, stuff like that, plus a lot of orders. A lot of people are having to fill orders to meet criteria for their rebates and discounts for the product that we haul. And we haul household goods, and it's keeping us busy. Busy enough. I kept, see, I knocked out 2 trailers last week. Got back Thursday morning. Went in yesterday for a meeting. Took off today. Had Friday off all day. Kind of getting things set up at home to start working in the office and live stream on the weekends. I'm hoping that's coming soon. Oh, what else? I'm just shooting from the hip right now on this live stream. I kind of threw everything together at the last minute here, as I still want to sit down and eat. Truck stop I'm at here is the Go Mart. Yeah. Should be well improved, and I believe it may have showers and other things in there. And then there's a Go Mart right there on the Harper Avenue Road, or Harper Road, right off exit 44 there on 77. And that is full when I checked, so I just decided to dive in here, and there's plenty of parking. Trucks are rolling in, and it's getting to be kind of a madhouse for a Sunday night. So, where do we want to start? Snowstorms, a lot of them. They've been coming since the beginning of November out in Wyoming, Colorado, and what have you. I talked to my dad and stepmom up in, they're in the northeast corner of Ohio. They're Ashtabula County, just as you cross over into PA, into Erie. So when that came in over a week ago, in a 5-day period, they got 61 inches of snow. They got 56 inches over a 24-hour period. They've gotten over 5 feet of them over and cleared around the cars, got their car undone. My parents are in their mid-80s, so therefore, you know, they can't get out and move the snow as they once used to. But the neighbor came over with a wheelbarrow and trucked it down the drive, just to clear a path around their car, get their car undug out so they could at least get out the driveway. So that's an experience for them. And turn this a little more this way. So been keeping in touch with them. I have not dealt with any snow while I've been down here. Today was a blue sky day. It peaked out around 62 degrees. It was pretty warm and kind of humid down here when I got into Charleston and walked around the truck, post tripping and just walking out in the parking lot. So I'm pretty blessed out here. Excuse me again. I got up at 4 a.m. this morning because I wanted to first stop I did, they got a small window when they're open on Sundays, so I wanted to make sure I was there just after they opened because I didn't want to miss that opportunity. It helps get yourself moved through the week. I'm looking ahead to basically get as much done as I can tomorrow and Tuesday so I can get back and help move more product if they need me to, if there's product to be moved. Right now the boss man's getting out of the office. He's running a truck. We're basically, everybody and anybody that's got a CDL in there is running a truck, so we're mad dashing to the end of the year. Then we're gonna have the holidays to trip us up because it's in the middle of the week. And then our territory expands. You know, we're gonna be expanding into Pennsylvania. Basically, 81 that goes all the way up through like New York, Pennsylvania, and down through Virginia. We've obtained everything west of that. And so that's gonna be, you know, some new grounds to tread on. We got to, you know, basically our sales force is looking ahead. I'm sure they're already ramping up and gearing up for that. That's the one thing with us, is we've got a very strong sales force, whereas other companies, they do, but they're not as aggressive. We've got a different plan in the way we do things. Product moves really strong for us, and we're very blessed with one manufacturer that's solely made in the United States, whereas the other ones, their components are made in China, you know, Pacific Rim or Mexico. So the way I look at it is, I think a lot of those manufacturers that are getting the internals or most of their components built outside the country gets nailed with the tariffs. You may see some of them household goods really ramp up in price. Therefore, it's going to be left to be seen where that entails 12 months from now. So I'm just kind of sitting back and watching how things progress for the next 12 months. Like I said, not much. I popped by the house, ran errands. I'm just getting ready with the bank and the LLC to do, again, excuse me, get ready to launch another company. I started digging through I think I was 8 hours in my office digging through. I dropped out a whole trash bag full of just outdated paperwork in there that the wife and I have not really did any house cleaning through the file cabinets and totes and all that other stuff. So I did a lot of housekeeping. I want to get that room set up and ready to move forward with new things coming and get rid of the old that's basically unwanted and unneeded. So I want to get into the real estate side of tax liens and deeds, purchasing them. It's going to be a long, it's not a quick rich scheme, but it's going to definitely hedge us with some profitable money over time. And I want to set an LLC up with that to basically, it's just going to, houses that get foreclosed on because of taxes. Right now, housing is really getting beat up. People are getting laid off, and every week I'm hearing about companies closing doors, scaling back, going bankrupt. Some of them have been decent. Most of them have left their drivers stranded. No way to get home, no answers, and no last paychecks. So I'm blessed, but that's been tens of thousands of drivers, warehouse, and office staff over this last, say, year and a half. Logistically, it's flushing itself out. So we've had a lot of LLCs start up in 21 when freight rates were up there $5-7 a mile. So now it's weeding out those that probably didn't think ahead on doing a good business model. So, I am, like I said, blessed to be where I'm at. And the wife and I have said that several times. We cannot be any happier compared to healthcare. You know, going back 10, 12 years ago, being in healthcare, and I look back at what I was making and how the hell we ever made it. And I look back and I said, we never had any extra money to buy a little extra groceries, maybe pick up some new socks or some winter clothing. We definitely couldn't take care of our cars. Like if we needed tires, brakes, it was a struggle to even fathom to go out and buy new tires and put new brakes on the car, or fix the exhaust, or anything of the sorts. It was stressful, and now it's not. I don't even think twice of it. I'm looking farther ahead down the road, and then when in doing so, I realized that we are so far better off. And a lot of people really mocked and wondered why would I leave 10 years in healthcare to go back to logistics, not knowing that I was in logistics, a diesel mechanic, a welder, all this other jazz before I ever stepped foot into the direction of college and healthcare. I'm glad I kept my license. I still have my mechanic's license and my CDL, and I'm just blessed and thankful to have that. Even though I'm making more money, and I'm making more money this year than last year, because I'm making more money doesn't mean I go all, whoa, I can afford a new truck, or I can afford this or that. So one thing my spouse and I agreed on is we are not going doing any discretionary spending, big ticket items. We only, outside of doubling up, paying our debts off, investing. Right now, some of the investing is dollar cost average. Others, I got a 401k here, but I'm just doing the company match, and that's it. I have other ambitions on investing in other entities besides a 401k. So, yeah, that, and just having the money to be able to build a savings, pay the bills, doubling up on the payments, but just getting them knocked down more aggressively and more quickly. And I think that's the number one thing right now, is I want to be out of debt as quickly as we can. We don't have a projection right now because, we're kind of coming to the end of this current administration in politics and going into a new one. So we're making sure we still have some money hedged for a rainy day fund, as we say, and but yeah, get off the bank notes. And once we do, and you may, a lot of people say, oh, you're doing a Dave Ramsey approach. Not really. I never read on Dave Ramsey, don't follow him, don't care to listen to him. I think he's a condescending prick, but that's my opinion. And I just put down a game plan of how I wanted to do things according to the mentors I follow, and it's working. So I have found one thing, and that is I am not a follower. I've never been one to follow the crowd or be in a clique, any jazz like that. I stick to staying in my own lane and doing what I know what's best for me, what's positive, what's right, and go forward with that. So not a lot of people would say, well, they'll agree with directions I go in investing, but remember, I'm not 20, 25, 30 years old. I'm coming up on 60. So therefore, I'm looking at investing money differently than a person that's 25 or 30 years old, because they have more time in front of them to allow things to mature and build with time. When they arbitrage money into an investment, you know, then that can grow and mature and build on its interest, dividends, whatever it may be. So, but we do dollar cost average into a few tangible assets. I am definitely been following and getting on board with the Bitcoin and the XRP. We are doing some crypto mining, the wife and I, off from our phones. We've been doing that, geez, I want to say going on a couple years now. I don't know. I'm just seeing what, like, XRP, where it's moving in cost, and I'm like, The only thing I would say is, like, for the profits, when I start this tax lien and deed company, and when we make profits, I'm going to continue to recirculate that money I get back on that tax lien, but the interest I make off from it is going to invest into dollar cost average into some of our smaller investments. So that, I've already got my mind set up on that. That way I've got a place to park that money and grow my future wealth that way. So tonight, you know, it's kind of talking about self-educated entrepreneur. It's you know, your entrepreneurial stuff, and I think people need to really grasp how to start a business and be an entrepreneur. Find something you like to do and turn it into something you can make or cash flow money off from, whether it's a side hobby or your main income. But I think it's really important to think more clearly than just being a W-2 slave, going to a job you utterly hate, and you're doing it because you've gotten so complacent of being there, you don't know what else to do. I felt like that 20 years ago, 30 years ago. I just felt trapped. Like, boy, I don't know, where else do I go? And you're living paycheck to paycheck. So, you know, if you quit, the hounds are going to be at your door, you know, your creditors. So that's why I say, do what you like to do, enjoy what you do, whether it's a W-2 job, but if you can do it better in a entrepreneurial sense, do that. But also, what was the other thing I was going to say? Is study and learn, you know, on many facets: economics, financials, how money's worked through the banking, and investing. So don't over leverage yourself with debt. I mean, debt is the bill of sale that this country does to each and every one of its citizens, is marketing and buy. It is okay. This is the American way. Go out and buy the new car. Go out and get that fancy this. Take this nice vacation. It's okay to do that. That's the American dream. You go into debt and you go have your short dopamine of a good time. But when that good time finally wears off and people are cash strapped, out of cash, their credit cards are maxed, they got nowhere to turn, and then they got to face the music. You know, the music stopped, and they got to face reality. And that is, they have no more money. Now you got to buckle down, survival of the fittest. You hope you don't lose your job. Otherwise, you can lose your house, your vehicles, lose a lot of stuff because you're leveraged on a bank note. And that's what I don't want to be, because I want that freedom later on to where all my discretionary money's going in investments. So 30 years down the road, I can sound. But you got to be wise and smart every day, but don't fall into the American trap in that marketing of, you know, go out and buy the new car. Turn on the TV. What are all Oh, what do they got? In an hour segment, what do you getting bombarded with? I think it's like 27, like a dozen, 2.5 dozen commercials, and it's all to buy, you know, leverage up. And I think it's just a crock of shit. You shouldn't buy into it. You should step back and break yourself out of that matrix that these global elitists and the bankers, and it's the bankers that have set forward. The bankers run this country, the global elitists, the very ultra wealthy, but not the ones. Elon Musk is out there. He's participating with the American people. It's the global elitists you don't see that do any American people justice. Your Bill Gates, your Larry Finks, your Soros family. Those are very, very bad, evil people. And those are people that you definitely don't want to mentor. You want to steer clear of those folks and anyone that's affiliated with the World Economic Forum. I'm telling you now, steer clear of all that. That is very bad for the human race globally. And politics are just bought off. They're just trained to be liars. Sell you a bill of lies. So do your due diligence, educate yourself, understand what is going on. That movie, The Matrix, couldn't be any more of just waking up one day, as I've done in the last over 3 years now, and thankful to see how our government has been lying to us, and these celebrities that get out there, these broads on The View. If anybody's listening to those two whack, or all those whack jobs there, any of these celebrities through the election, I'm sorry, you bring no substance, no skill sets. These are the people, if the world was to shut down, the power was to go out, and survival of the fittest, do you want these knuckleheads in your corner with you trying to survive? So you pick your people that you want to surround yourself with, that has got your back and can help you survive. And that's the way I look at people now, is you've got to bring something to the table. You can't just be some rich hoity-toity person that has no substance and no skill sets, and you just sit on TV and tell all the rest of us, you know, condescendingly, how we're useless and stupid and we're mindless. I don't know. I sure don't see them out here at the truck stop preaching that talk. So if you want to give them a platform, come out here into the public and say that. Don't sit there on TV, because me, I don't watch it anymore, but I see blurps of it. So anyhow, truck's running good. The new trailer I've been running, of course, snow and salt got to it. They got taken back up last week because they relay dropped the trailer to me, and the circuit board on the lift gate went out, which is typical on these damn lift gates. They went to these circuit boards for all of these, the old ones and the new ones, and I laugh. You're gonna put electronics and hang them out on the back of the trailer where the duals are going to splash salt slush up on them? Not gonna make a winner. And they didn't even make it to December and they're already shit. Getting stuck out in the out position, you can't fold them, they're just dead as a doornail. The control panels. So I don't know. The new lift gates are, they're trying a new set coming in on the new wagons that should be here this month, I believe. So we'll see how those perform and do through Mother Nature and the northern salt. That kills everything. But all I care about is the truck works. No lights are on the dash. For me, if the lift gate doesn't work, if I can get it tucked back up and put away, I'll unload right down to the ground. But I am not going to sit and wait on a mechanic for 2, 3, 6 hours like a lot of the drivers have. I won't do it. I'll just hand unload down and just keep moving. But not a too pleasant of a guy when I've got to get some office staff to come out and say, golly geez, we ordered that trailer for you with that lift gate. And then I'll say, you know, you're sure not much of a mechanic or an engineer to see the flaws in these things, and you guys should correct them, but I don't know. They throw junk out here anymore. These trucks, they're a rolling computer on wheels anymore. They just don't hold up like they used to. So that's what I got to say for now, but I appreciate y'all being here. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna try to get another video out this week. Like I said, today was kind of a busy day. Should be better tomorrow. It does get dark around 5:30, so I apologize for the shadow here. Not much I can do about the lighting here in the truck, but I got all the lights on, so every single light I can turn on in here, and it's all LEDs in here. But I appreciate y'all being here, viewing the channel, and supporting us. If there's anything you want to talk about, put it in the comments down below. I would appreciate if there's something you want me to bring on my point. There was a story time I thought of enough since 1986 to basically bring a lot of tales of this stuff. If it resonates with me, we'll bring it up here hopefully soon. So I'm sure it'll click here. But anyhow, folks, stay safe. Continue educating yourself. Knowledge is learned, not taught. And we will see you all in the next video.